If you're short of time and you're wanting to connect with your partner, then here is a tip that we use pretty regularly.
Just the tip, though.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
That's all you're getting, okay?
Just one.
Just one.
Maybe two if you're lucky. Hey, we love this. We love this.
Okay, so the tool we have for you is setting a time boundary. Whether you have 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, put a timer on your phone. Set it to whatever the time you have. Put it face down. Maybe put some music on. But whatever time you've set, that is the container you have for sharing intimacy.
Yeah, this works really well for us because let me know if you land with this. It's like you're starting to drop an intimate space, but all of a sudden your mind wanders off because you have an appointment or you've got something to do, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you're anything like us, maybe we're the exception. Sometimes our sessions go forever.
They've been
like
known to go on a few
hours. Especially when we first started dating, they were like going forever and we would miss things, we would have to cancel things. And so by creating a time boundary that you actually get to honor through an alarm, I feel like it gives an opportunity to really just like, okay, I'm here, I'm focused, I'm present. There's nowhere else to be for this next 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 45 minutes.
I don't have to think about how long this has been. And then that frees up that mental space to actually be present, to actually enjoy the time and connection that you have rather than worrying about something else.
It creates so much relief in my body personally.
Yeah, it really does. Mm-hmm. And that's a great thing, right? If you have noticed that as a masculine or as a feminine, that is inhibiting your ability to connect, then creating that boundary will allow you to open up even more. And an important part of it is it doesn't matter where you get to in the connection. There's no expectation of what it looks like, where you get to, the end point. All it is spending that time and seeing how far along the journey you get.
And something that I want to point out here is that on occasion, disappointment can be inevitable, right? Sometimes we don't realize we have expectations, like, oh, we haven't connected physically in a while. I really want to connect in that way. And just noticing that if at the end of that container, when your alarm goes off, you're feeling any of that, you're feeling any disappointment, you're feeling any frustration, recognize where this might actually be a call to create bigger, longer pockets of time, because clearly there's something that you're desiring that isn't being able to be expressed in the time given. So what does it look like to then expand that time frame, create time, commit to that time, so that you actually get to explore yourselves more fully and in a deeper way?
And yes, thank you. And I'd love to state that feeling disappointed, I'd like to invite a reframe. It's actually a good thing, right? It might sound strange. It's a good thing. I'd rather you feel disappointed because you want more than be disappointed and just be like, that's okay.
Right. Then just like brush it under the rug.
It's like, oh, okay, I'm experiencing disappointment. That means I really desire this person. I really desire this experience. I'd rather that be present than just an apathy of like, okay, well, doesn't matter.
Yeah, really letting that energy like fuel a conversation that clearly needs to be had. There's something that wants to be expressed in that way. And so the only way to ensure that that need gets met is by talking about it. You gotta talk about it.
And additional tip, this is tip 2.
Oh, you guys are so lucky.
You got one.
Oh my gosh. 2 tips in one day.
Lucky you. If you set a time boundary, it's okay to set like a little grace period.
Smart idea.
Smart idea. It's like, okay, we have half an hour. I'm going to set a time for 20 minutes. And that gives us like a little 10-minute grace period of just wiggle room.
Right. Wink, wink.
Room to wiggle around.
With each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it's just a nice little additional tip that we've found. Because if you set a 20-minute boundary and then it's a very hard cutoff, that can be challenging.
I don't like that.
No.
Personally, that's
no.
tough.
You know, sometimes we like to hit snooze.
Yeah, I like that.
But maybe you don't. And that's also allowed too. But for us, just that little grace period, Also, it's a little time for a mini afterglow.
Yeah, like some decompression.
Yeah.
It's not like such a hard ejection that's like, okay, cool, pull my pants, I gotta go. I gotta go, honey.
It's like, okay, we can spend the next 5-10 minutes just, a little wiggle and then a little glow.
Oh, I
Yeah.
like that. A little wiggle and a little glow.
Wiggle, a little glow. So that's our tip, our top tip for creating space.
I
Creating
hope
time
this serves
boundary.
you. Have an amazing day, everybody.